I was Luc Besson's assistant on a few films, on a few commercials, and he offered me the transporter, my first film. He liked my job and he offered me Unleashed. I was really intrigued of doing something strange, something we hadn't seen before. I was really excited about the noir aspect of it, film noir, the dark underground, dirty, grimy aspect of it all. It was an action film with a twist. Unleashed is the story of a young man, the birth of a young man, and opening up to the world. Danny, Jet's character, was raised by a small-time godfather played by Bob Hoskins. He was raised as a, a human weapon, and his job is to hurt people. That's the only thing he knows. When you cast Jet Li, it becomes a martial arts film, and people are expecting something that, I didn't want to give them this time, And Jet didn't want to give them. He wanted to go further. He wanted to give some fights. He wanted to make them more brutal, truer, harder, and then step away from this and become an actor afterwards.
Who's there?
We follow his path as he learns love, he learns how to behave. Jet worked so hard.
My name is Danny.
I knew his work, his American work especially, I knew he had a problem with the language.
His way is good.
Yeah, right.
So we sent a dialogue coach, an acting coach, with him in LA to work for a couple of months.
Vanilla is white. First, it's cold, then it's sweet. Sweet is good.
And he came back Danny. I saw Jet Li when I met him at first, and he came back Danny. He's a very intense actor. To have an assembled cast of this importance, to have Jet, Morgan Freeman, and Bob Hoskins, to have the three of them act together was great. The first time I met Morgan Freeman, I was very shy and impressed. First of all, I was 29. When people see me, they don't think I'm the director. They're like, oh, go get me a coffee. So at first he's like, and where's the director? And shyly I raised my hand. He came on set blind. I mean, he hit his head on cameras, he fell on the ground, he tripped, but it was amazing. Everybody was staying in character. Jet Li was Danny, Morgan Freeman was blind, Bob Hoskins was mean. It was horrible for me. It was horrible. They never stepped off their character. They were there all the time.
Turn it round, keep it running, and keep your eye out for the old bill.
Bob is crème de la crème of the actors, I watched him in a movie called Long Good Friday.
What are you looking at?
Just enjoying the show.
Good.
And I was like, oh, we have to call Bob Hoskins.
Look who's come home to his loving Uncle Bob!
He's one of the best actors I've ever met. And you say action, and it's so intense. And you wouldn't think that 2 seconds before he was telling a dirty joke to his friends. To find a location, we went to London, which has a nice feel, but we've seen it before. And I wanted something smaller. I wanted something more like, sort of like a small-time Gotham city. And then we found Glasgow, and that was it. Glasgow is such an amazing city for dark, grimy action.
So glad you could make it.
The problems with the fights is that we have to make them different because we've seen so many fights in so many movies. So the approach we took with Master Wu Ping and with Jet was sort of an original one. And to work with Wu Ping and to work with Jet and to see the two of them operate is amazing. Yan Wu Ping does extremely complicated 12 moves shots. It's like 3 kicks, 1 flips, 2 punches, all in one shot, It's very hard to do, and it's so weird to see Jet step up and do this thing perfectly. You're watching them fight, and it's so real. The secret to Jet Li, compared to other people, is that he really hates people. That's the secret to Jet Li. When he gives a punch, the stuntman receives the punch. Jet Li is the best martial arts technician I've ever seen.
Gentlemen, to the death. Right.
We never went into this film thinking that we wanted to make it like a lesson.
I don't want to hurt people anymore.
It was always entertainment. That's what's good about movies. The character teaches you a little bit more about yourself. And that's what we wanted to give to people. And also some good fighting.